Hi everybody, welcome to All Games New and Old. I am David Rodriguez, and today I'm going to be unboxing Viticulture World. This is the cooperative expansion to Viticulture. Viticulture is one of our favorites around this house. We've played it quite a few times, really enjoy it. The base Viticulture is, of course, a competitive game, and I know they made a few different expansions for it. We have the Tuscany expansion, which is one of those expansions that everyone says, oh, you absolutely have to get it. I wouldn't play without it. And that's fine. Honestly, we played it once and we thought it was good, but we're not bored of original Viticulture, so we haven't really played with it since. But that being said, this is very different. This is not just a change to the competitive nature. This actually turns it into a co-op, which made me really, really interested in this. And so that's why I picked it up. And I have a lot of faith that this is going to be a great game. I've heard good things, but even if I hadn't heard anything yet, I'd still feel pretty confident because Viticulture was fantastic. So it says, cooperate with members of your extended winemaking family in various different regions around the world as you try to achieve global recognition. Balance the management of your individual vineyard with a combined effort of your fellow players to gain influence within the region. So that sounds great. I am very curious how they're going to do this. I think it's going to have a fairly significant rules overhaul. I think I'd almost have to, but I don't know. So let's get into this and see what we have. Oh, you know what? Actually, excuse me, before I tear into that box, let me deal with this little packet of cards here. I'm going to use an X-Acto for this because I don't think the pizza cutter is going to make it through the strong packing tape that's on here. So I'm going to read you what this says. I have some ideas. This is from I think these are all for the South America section that you play from. So it says, in the original printing of the South America continent for Viticulture World, we made the mistake of including 2 conquistadors as characters whom players can leverage for special abilities. The actions of these conquistadors came at a grave cost to indigenous peoples, and even with a strong disclaimer, we now realize that these are not people worth memorializing in any way. We ask that you replace the cards referencing Cortez and Pizarro with the cards in this pack. So I will try to explain what happened here, although I will point you the way to a better place to see what went on here. But basically, yeah, I believe, as far as I know, there may have been other people that reached out, but the 2 women from Thinker Themer, which is a great video channel, had some issues with it. They actually put a video out that says, we're not reviewing Viticulture World yet. I believe that was the name of the video, and I definitely recommend going to look that up if you want a better understanding than I can really give. But one of the women, was, I don't know if she'd grown up in the area, if it was just like her background was in South America. I'm not certain about that, but she saw that these conquistadors were in the game and weren't a negative, like you'd actually use them for positive things, and was really upset about that. I mean, if you watch the video, you can see how much it affected her. And I completely understand it because it's not good stuff. And they reached out to Jamie Stonemaier and mentioned the issue. And I have to give credit to Jamie Stonemaier because they jumped right on it, created this replacement pack. I believe the sealed box has already been made, so they couldn't go in and change the cards in there. But they created these that they could add on so that you could change the cards to something more appropriate. I've seen people already complaining that that's silly, and I think they're very wrong. There's no reason that we need to do anything to glorify people who are cruddy in life. So I'm really glad they did this. It sounds like they handled it pretty well. I don't have a personal relationship with the women from Thinker Themer, so I don't know if they're feeling this is all smoothed over. I know they felt very positive that this was the steps they were taking. So I'm glad that this happened, and I will definitely be replacing those cards with these because, I would just rather have that going on. So anyway, that's what this is. Actually, I'll go ahead and open this now. It'll be the first cards that we look at in this game. If I can open it. Let's see. There we go. We're getting there. Okay. So, it says Chilean wine. Women take the lead. Isadora Goyenechea. I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, so please forgive me. Don Silvestre. And that's just a few cards, you know, nothing real major. But again, I think it's awesome that they altered that as needed. So, all right, let's get into this. I think I already get through it? Yeah, I did. Okay. So let's pull this up. I'm curious what all's in here. I don't know if it has like, it looks like it might be, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if that's a different board they're showing on the back here or not. It looks similar to me, but I don't remember every detail, so I could be missing something. So we'll see. But I know you need the base game to play this. It won't do it on its own. So I know some components from this, or from that original game have got to be in here. All right, so here is our rule book. We can look at the expansion or the page count here. Let's see. So 8 pages basically, not too bad, nothing real crazy. I'm curious how this is going to be structured, so we'll see. This has rules for solo play. There is a solo version in the base Viticulture. I've actually not played that, to be honest. I've always played with at least one other person, so I'm curious how this is different from what's there. All right, we have several things to punch out. So I'm curious what these are. So we've got the different kinds of cards here indicated. I'm not sure what the, I don't remember if that was a symbol in the previous one or not. It's like, has like the yellow and white grape, then like a triangle, like a play button essentially. And then these look like various kinds of actions that you can take. So I don't know if those go onto the board in certain spots. Again, sort of similar things, different actions here, of course, but kind of the same idea. So I'm curious how this goes. Oh, this one says this is for solo play. So that's a little different, but all right. So it looks like we do have a board here. I thought it was new, but I thought it was also maybe crazy. So let me open this up. Let's take a little look. It's been, gosh, I don't know. It's probably been a couple months since I played this. I did play on Board Game Arena, so there's a little bit of that. I'm gonna see if I can zoom out a bit. I don't know how much I can. Okay. So let's give you some idea. We have like our victory points down here. I'm not sure what these are. The kind of maple leaf looking things are probably not maple leaves, but that's what they look like. And you have your bonus choices here. And then of course all your actions throughout it and places for your cards. So yeah, I'm curious. It's gonna be a little different. I think this is double-sided. Let me flip it over. And I'm not sure what is different here. I want to say maybe one of them is the solo side, but I don't think that's true because it had information down in the corner for the different player counts. So I'm not sure. It's hard without seeing them both at the same time, but regardless, you got a two-sided board, so that's always cool. Let me move that aside. Let's get back to the expansion. Ooh, I like the organization. This is really great. I'm gonna zoom back in here so you can see. Okay, great. So let's go ahead. I'm just gonna take the tray out, I think. We'll do it like this. Got that off there. So some new cards for the seasons here, it looks like. They've got a protective card, which is kind of nice, I guess. So different sorts of buildings and whatnot. Different visitors for the seasons. I know in the base game, like those visitor cards are sometimes really quite powerful. I think that's something that sometimes people don't like, is that it can make it feel fairly random with those. You know, if you get a good one or a bad one, it can really affect things in a strong way. So what am I looking? Oh, you know what these are? These, I believe, are little hats that go on the workers. Now, I don't know what it signifies when those hats go on the workers, but I mean, how can you complain about this? Okay, so here's my color, if I have the choice. It is the blue ones. And I don't know if you can tell, they're a little rubbery, kind of squishy, so that's kind of cool. They should pop on pretty easy. Hopefully they stay on well. I don't know. Looks like we also have maybe pink. Oh, wait, no, these are different. I'm wondering, so these bags, they're not like typical plastic, and I know these ones over here, I'm not even sure what language this is, but it says compostier bar. I wonder if these are compostable. It looks like it. That's what the symbol would make me think. That's kind of a neat thing. I actually have not seen that in a game yet, which is really cool. They tried to keep this as green as possible, which I think is pretty fantastic. Oh, so we got a bell kind of meeple, I guess. And what's this one over here? Oh, this is like that. Again, I don't think it's a maple leaf, but that's what it makes me think of. So there's that. Okay, now there's all these packs of cards in here, and I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to show them without creating a disaster, but we're going to take a look and see if I can figure out something here. Let's see. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe these are all different regions of the world, because I know that's a big part of the game. Looks like Australia probably. So I don't know what the different cards are. Okay, so that's interesting. It has like a track on there. Are these all the same? Okay, these are all pretty much the shared knowledge tracks. So I'm curious to see how that goes. Okay, so some more cards. I'm guessing are a different section of the world. I had to kind of pause because my my milk is having a little bit of an explosive issue there. So these are interesting. So it's so weird because I have no clue. These are so different than what's in the other or in the base set. This, I don't know, are these like maybe event thing cards or things that affect you? You have like high altitudes, new investments, cold weather, the biggest market, first Asian wines. Oh gosh, okay, so all kinds of stuff. There's, wow, things that look like just chunks of the boards. I don't know if maybe it replaces parts of the board. This is really fascinating. So I've not watched a video of this played, so it's hard to kind of look at this and know what I'm seeing, because it just looks very unusual to me. I'm sure it all makes sense in the end, but okay. And here we have more mamas and papas. Papas are clearly Tom Hiddleston. Those are the most Loki looking people I've ever seen. So just a whole bunch of each here. So I kind of like this. When I play with my friends, we usually just by looking at the expressions on the characters' faces, we figure out kind of what relationship they have, and half the time we're almost sort of role playing as a couple, which sounds really weird, but I don't know, it's what we do. What are you gonna do? It's pretty fun. So a lot of different people, looks like. I like that. I'm curious. I don't know if you can use the ones from the base set in this or not. I'm guessing maybe not, because there's quite a few here. So I think they're probably meant as replacements, but I am not sure. Let's get to here. We've got cards for France. I feel like I can assume, because Eiffel Tower is there. Or maybe it's just Europe. It just says Europe there. Okay. Oh, it has different difficulties. I didn't notice that preach one. So Europe is moderate. Has setup and whatnot. Here's your, I'm going to call them event cards. That's probably not what they're called. But strong regulations, first definition of wine, poor harvest, skyrocketing prices. These have maybe some goal cards, looks like, to try to get. So that's kind of interesting. They want like kind of a different sort of just, or it's all you might find someone's like sketch pad, which is kind of neat, actually. I wonder if each country is going to be different, because I don't think I noticed those with like the Australia pack when I opened it, unless I just didn't notice. Also possible. So, all right, here we go. I'm guessing this might be South America. Yep. All right. So some medium difficulty. Spanish conquistadors, monks and settlers, the first vine nursery, foreign consultants. Get some of these. Yeah. So this doesn't have that same sketch kind of artwork. So here's one of those bad guys that we're going to be taking out. I believe him as well. Yeah. Conquistadors, excuse me, were not great, I've got to say. So, all right, let's just get through these. Let's take a peek, since art can be kind of different. This is North America, medium difficulty. The ones I've noticed have all been medium difficulty, but also I didn't look at all of them to notice. This frame track icons, Pioneers, first commercial winery, Rumblings of Prohibition, first one. It's kind of neat because it's taking some stuff through history of the places and adding them in as things in the game, which I think sounds kind of interesting. Okay, now this, I don't know what I'm looking at. It looks like some kind of weird robot man. So what is this? I don't know what I'm seeing here. Let me try to take a peek. I wonder if these are maybe for the solo game, perhaps? Like maybe this is telling you where the solo player puts workers. Purely a guess, but that seems like that could be it. If so, that's kind of interesting. Interesting card. I like this little weird robot look. Sort of a robot. I don't know what he is. Anyway, all right, so now it looks like we have Egypt, maybe. I definitely have the pyramids, so. All right. Oh, this is an introductory one. Green Gully. Oh, Green Gully. I think that might be from one of their other games, but I'm not sure. Okay, there's Africa. So that's obviously Earth, normal stuff, line of origin, modern practices, cooperative influence, new irrigation systems, and vineyard pests. So that's pretty much it. So there's just some kind of add-on cards here. And of course, a different board is maybe like the biggest deal. But I really, really, really want to play this. It's you know, a solo implement or a cooperative implementation of one of our favorite games. I was super excited when I heard that they were doing this, so I'm dying to try this. I'm hoping I can get this played relatively soon because I've been so curious about it since I heard about it. But I'm curious what you think. Are you excited about this? Did you want to try Viticulture World and see if it works for you in your group? Do you already like viticulture? Do you hate viticulture? Are you going to try this now? I would love to know. So definitely tell me your thoughts on this, whatever they might be. I'd love to hear it. But in the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit like and subscribe and click the little bell icon so you can know about the next time I put out a video. Otherwise, look forward to seeing you all around the table again at All Games New and Old. Bye. If you liked that video, I think you might also enjoy this one.
Or this one.
Please hit this little button to subscribe so you can see all our future videos as they come out.
We'll see you around the table.
Bye.
Bye.